Now, before we jump into the main event of the evening, we got to take a look at the entirety of the WWF, or WWE now. Sorry, I'm an old head when it comes to this stuff. It's been a minute since I've checked out the product. It's probably been years. Actually, you know what? I can remember the last WWE match that I did watch, okay? It was when they had that WrestleMania in the warehouse during the pandemic in 2020. So it's been a couple of years since I've watched the product, but we've talked about it as recently as September, I think, or at least that was the last time I talked about wrestling. Like, I've really checked out of this stuff, okay? But, you know, if you're a wrestling fan at any point in time in your life, it's one of those bugs that is just always going to bite at you, and you're eventually going to get the urge to check back in. And you know what? You do it right now, and you're going to find a whole bunch of goofy-ass stories. Mostly, like, okay, yes, last time we were talking about this was all about Vince McMahon, and I made a bold proclamation about this, that, oh my god, they're setting up this investigation, the walls are closing in. It's like, you guys know the regular stuff that we normally talk about over here, and how many times have we heard that, and how many times does that type of rhetoric lead to absolutely fucking nowhere? Yeah, if I had $1 for every time that happened, okay, I'd be a very, very rich man. Still talking about all this stuff because, hey man, it's just what I like to do. But yes, in November, about a month ago, we found out that the WWE investigated the WWE, and guess what? The WWE didn't do anything wrong. Yeah, that's what ended up happening. It's like, wow, all of that talk that Vince McMahon is finally going to have to fess up for all of his crimes amounted to a fucking pile of dirt. Imagine that. World Wrestling Entertainment. I think they're just WWE now, though. I thought Vince McMahon changed the name a while back. Anyways, said Wednesday that the special committee investigating alleged misconduct and secret payments by former CEO Vince McMahon had disbanded. The special committee investigating is now complete, and the special committee has been disbanded. Oh man, according to the company said in security filings. And yes, all of the leftist fucking journalists and professional wrestling are just out there punching air. It's like the fucking sexist with the toupee. You're just not going to be ever held accountable. Yeah, just continue to fucking buy used Charlotte Flair ring gear, you fucking creeps. Management is working with the board of directors to implement the recommendations of the special committee related to the investigation. McMahon retired in July after WWE said he paid out nearly $20 million in previously unrecorded expenses. I guess, like, it's been a minute since we talked about it or anything like that, but it was kind of revealed that it was all his money. And then as soon as it started to get close to, perhaps, potentially, fucking Wall Street Journal, like, they don't have anything better to do. They were doing some deep dives on this stuff. It's like, maybe potentially it was some Fed money. And it's like, Fed as in World Wrestling Federation. Not, like the FBI. They've got their tentacles in other things as well. Okay, so then I'm like, well, if that's the case, that's not good. And that, because you're a publicly traded company, that could actually be a problem. But as it turns out here, not a whole lot, really. Okay. Like, what's the worst thing that they got him on? He paid $5 million to Donald Trump's now defunct foundation through donations in 2007, 2009. Wow. Oh, okay, cool. And he also had NDAs, and he paid them out to some fucking, blabbermouth ring rats that he fucked on the road. Ooh. But you know what's high fucking hilarious about this entire situation? Linda McMahon, his trusty wife of multiple decades at this point, hadn't said a fucking thing. She knew exactly what the game was. They have an understanding, and they are living a beautiful fucking life. Congratulations. So beautiful, in fact, that, like I said at the time as well, Vince McMahon, until he is in the fucking ground, is going to be a part of this company. Vince McMahon eyes a potential WWE comeback amid new legal demands. Any charges or anything like that? Very interesting. Again, let's put on our old detective hat and see what we can suss out from these new alleged assault victims. It's like, bro, come on. During their big deep dive, okay, they couldn't find anything at this, and then all of a sudden there's some shadowy figures pop out, and it's like, come on now, just fucking stop it. You guys are looking sad at this point. Former WWE Chairman and CEO Vince McMahon, who announced his resignation and subsequent retirement over the summer following a barrage of misconduct allegations that all amounted to what exactly? Oh, right, nothing, is interested in making a comeback. Of course he is. It's his company, after all. Like, for fuck's sakes, okay? If we take a look at his severance package, which I'm not entirely sure, he stepped down and then all of a sudden, even though it's a publicly traded company, and if you take a look at some tertiary numbers, which we're going to in very, very short time, that publicly traded company might be looking to the past in order to rectify the problems of the future, but all in due time. Documents reviewed by the news outlet revealed that McMahon received a letter from former wrestling referee, oh, this bitch has been on this stuff all the fucking time, on November 3rd. Wait a minute. Okay, I need to connect the dots here. When did this article get published? Oh, November 2nd. Oh, how very convenient. This old bitch coming up with a demand a day after the announcement that, yeah, actually, I didn't find anything. She's like, well, I need $11.75 million in damages following a 3-decade-old accusation that McMahon, graped her in a limousine. It's like, bro, what? You're fucking everywhere, right? First female referee ever. Yeah, you hire one of them, and then all they do is just cause problems. Sheesh. Her letter cites years of ongoing depression, substance abuse, disordered eating, loss of it. Yeah, whatever, bro. I've seen pictures of you recently. You definitely don't have an eating disorder unless it's an overeating disorder. Like, just stop it, okay? Stop it. You would have rectified this stuff if you would have had an actual case fucking years ago. But no, you wait for a moment in time where Vince McMahon is his most vulnerable, and then this is the last-ditch effort. Stop it, okay? Like, for actual victims of sexual abuse, sexual assault, all of that shit, actual legally criminal charges, I have sympathy for you. I want you to seek justice. I want you to have restitution for the horrible atrocities done upon you. Civil suits some 30-odd years later, just fucking stop it. You're looking desperate. Separate demand emailed to McMahon's attorney in November and reviewed by the Wall Street Journal. How do they keep getting all these fucking documents? That's very interesting. Accused McMahon of assaulting a former spa manager. Oh, wow. It's not like spa managers in recent history haven't continued to come up, but okay, cool. I'll hear you out for your fucking nonsense. In 2011 at a California hotel. Oh, wow. According to a report, she alleged the assault happened while McMahon was in town for a WWE event. Yeah, of course. He was fucking rats on the road. Big shock out there. She reported the incident to the resort at the time of the alleged result, and what happened to it? It's 2011. That's 11 fucking years ago. Spokesman for WWE, the company's independent board members, and McMahon declined to comment to the Wall Street Journal. Yes, because they've been trying to take him down for the entirety of the fucking year. And guess who's left standing? The former CEO, and could be current CEO, because guess what, man? The Fed's down bad right now. And I fucking told you this is exactly what was going to happen. Triple H taking over his booking strategy. Well, I like some of the content that comes out of this stuff. I haven't checked in, and I'd be completely transparent about that. I've seen clips and stuff, but what they're focusing on going forward, guess what? We've seen other companies follow the exact same trajectory, and it's very easily summed up in one simple sentiment. Get woke, go broke. That is what is happening here. They're focusing on diversity, okay? Structuring all of their plot lines around the women, and guess what? The women don't draw fucking numbers, okay? It's a lesser product. There are a couple of good female wrestlers that are out there. I will not discredit that, okay? The long and short of it, sure, everybody can point to, oh, Bayley and Sasha Banks in 2015. It's 2022, soon to be 2023. Okay, that was a long fucking time ago. How many other 5-star classics have there been out there? Okay, how many fucking programs have set the world on fire, even under Triple H's control? Fucking zero, bro. Nobody's tuning in for this shit. Case in point, last night's Raw, okay, that would have been, this Monday's Raw, did its all-time low record. Tied its all-time record low audience on the USA Network with 1.47 million viewers. Yeah, exactly. Remember, okay, you can go back and take a look at all-time highs, okay? That would be 30 years ago, well, 25 years ago during the Monday Night Wars and highest rated segment ever. No, it's not Vince Russo's fucking This Is Your Life for The Rock. It would have been the title match between Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Undertaker. 9,070,000 viewers. 9 million. 9 million. Even during the halcyon days of John Yuck Cena, they were still pulling 3s, 4s, and 5s, okay? Now, 1.47. Now, I know that's just a one-off, okay? They got the little goofy graph down here about how everything's going, but no, everything's fucking falling apart. The first hour drop, okay? They, for whatever reason, had a fucking weird bump in the middle, but then it just finished under 1.4, okay? Nobody's watching this fucking nonsense. And what do you have to complain? What do you have to complain, okay? Even the Monday Night Football game was down from previous weeks as well, okay? No World Cup games were on or anything like that. It's just a dead fucking product, okay? And that's why this publicly traded company might be looking back to the leadership of Vince McMahon, okay? Because they want something that is stable. And then with the upcoming, well, once Wall Street and the government fucking figures out that, yeah, we're right in the midst of a recession, they're going to want to go back to old school talking points and old school ideas, old school security that's out there. Very interesting, okay? I bet you all of those people that wanted to jump ship and sign back up to the Fed because we're under new leadership, it sure is going to be kicking rocks when it's all said and done. Fucking funny, bro. Instead of trying to branch out and build something new over in AEW, no, you just all wanted to go back and suck dick for fucking Triple H. God, you guys are stupid, fucking stupid. And speaking of sucking dick on the internet, Mandy Rose, I don't know for sure or anything like that, but she sure as fuck can. Released from the Fed over racy subscription photos. Yeah, this bitch was working an OnlyFans site while she was one of the top champions in the developmental brand. In fact, the top female champion for over a year or so, I think. Mandy Rose's long NXT reign and tenure with the WWE both concluded within 24 hours. Yeah, this was a shock in the entire impetus of covering all this stuff. It's been a minute, okay? I probably should have checked on this stuff earlier, but I'm glad we waited until this because, oh boy, this ain't good. This really ain't good because she was one of those projects where, okay, she was given a lot of fucking time, a lot of effort, a lot of screen time. Hell, they built an entire faction around her. Multiple times over, and now she's out because, well, I got some theories here. Okay, Rose has been released from the WWE over racy photos that shared on her FanTime page. The fuck is that? FanTime is a platform similar to OnlyFans. OnlyFans, in which users can pay monthly subscription fees to access exclusive content from creators. Rose's FanTime page costs $40 per month. Do I dare check this out to see how many fans that are on the site? Okay, I kind of want to, I'm gonna do that on my phone right here. I don't want to pull it up, in real time because that could be real bad. I would imagine FanTime, Mandy Rose. Oh, wow, it's one of the autofill features that's out there. Okay, I want to see what the site, not to, sign up or anything. I just want to know for sure. Damn, you got to log in and all this shit. There's actually, nothing saucy on the front page. Okay, they got the likes of Erica Fernandez. I have no idea who the fuck that is. Nikki Jam, Christmas Abbott. Oh, it's that time of year, I guess. Mandy Sachs, that's going to be her name now, I guess, going forward. Mandy Rose there. Jorge Masvidal, which, weird, I don't know, is he posing like Shawn Michaels with his BMF championship, and then Jamie Stone, some thought, I don't know. Yeah, man, I can't get any information. I ain't signing up for none of that fucking Chinese spyware ass shit. And especially not forking out $40 for a 32-year-old who's in great shape, let's be completely honest, okay? She's pretty attractive and all that stuff, but $40 a month? Bruh, I don't fucking think so. In recent days, photos from her page in the shower with her fiance. All right, Tino Sabatelli, okay, that can be characterized as somewhere in between. Oh, they were fucking in the shower, and she put it up on her FanTime page, whatever. Okay, began spreading on the internet. Okay, that's not the only thing that was spreading. The news of Rose's release, is that also what was in the photos? Anyways, was first reported by Fightful Select. A WWE spokesperson declined to comment on the matter. The 32-year-old Rose, 32 years old, has a fiance, busting it wide open for $40 a month. I bet you goddamn well, she is making more money on that FanTime site than she was from the Fed. 100%. I bet you she was given the ultimatum, either close your account or lose your job. And she decided to take something that's probably going to raise the profile of the entire company. Because I haven't heard of FanTime before this, okay? And I bet you haven't either. And her subscription site, and especially with this little publicity that, what, she's fucking, well, literally, I don't even need to finish that. I just tried to use that as a little joinder into thinking into what else I could say. But no, she's fucking on the internet, okay? People are going to pay $40 a month to see that. Maybe once, or maybe she turns it into a career. Who fucking knows? But we'll read the rest of this, and I'll just circle back to Vince McMahon on this, because this is just all kind of funny. Had been the women's champion for NXT, the developmental brand, for more than 400 days. Holy, before losing to Roxanne Perez on Wednesday night. In a storyline, it was a relatively shocking development that the title reign of that length would end on a standard television episode as opposed to a pay-per-view. Yeah, of course. But yo, she making money out there on the internet, okay? Rose made her WWE debut in 2015, and now she's gone. There are a couple of factors at play here. One was the level of raciness of the photos. Yeah, no shit. While Rose's WWE character was sexualized in the present era, WWE content has not gotten to the level of what Rose was sharing on her page. But it used to. And like I said, I'm a fan from way back in the cut. Not of her. I've never seen any one of her matches, okay? And if she's as good as the girls that I've seen back in the day, okay, I wouldn't be all that fucking interested, okay? But back when I was watching late 90s up to about the mid to late 2000s, I can remember just about on a yearly basis, girls like this, they could get they could let their freak flag fly, not by posting content on the internet or anything like that, okay? They would be in Playboy, okay? Like, what, Sable, China, Tori Wilson, a couple of other girls were in there as well. Like, that was lauded, and it was promoted on the television program. But now you get to a point in time where, I don't know, maybe it's one of those things. It's like, well, the Fed's not getting a cut anymore, so that's why she's gone. It's like, this shit is always going to end up happening, okay? As long as there is a thing called a camera and girls can get attention on the internet, they're going to press the boundaries, and they're going to try to find the line, get as close as they can, and some of them will just, you know, with Ultimate Warrior run to the ring right through that fucking line. Because there was another big hubbub way back, a few years ago, back when Vince McMahon was still in charge, okay? And a couple of the wrestlers had Twitch accounts, okay? They would be streaming, okay? Some of them would stream games, other ones would just be titty streamers and pretend to stream games. One of them is now employed by, you know, the competition, whatever. But yeah, oh no, yeah, there it is right there. In 2020, Vince McMahon warned talent about participating in platforms such as Twitch and Cameo without the cooperation of WWE in a letter, and threatened termination if terms were violated. I'd imagine that's probably still in practice because, yeah, WWE, trademarks all the personas, okay? It's like we've seen here. Mandy Rose isn't Mandy Rose. Mandy Rose is Amanda Sacramano, whatever, okay? Oh, and I didn't even know this, so this isn't totally unprecedented at all whatsoever, okay? Some of you are engaged in outside third parties using your name and likeness in ways that are detrimental to our company. Yeah, exactly. It used to be fine. It used to be applauded, and, you know, it probably sold incredibly well. We could take a look at some of those sales figures. Some of those Playboys that are out there, I bet you they were probably some of the best-selling ones of the year because, yeah, they used to draw ratings in wrestling. Imagine that. It's a fucking weird concept, okay? And they were fine with that. But now, right, it's a different direction. It's a public company. And whatever she does and wherever she goes after this, it's only going to be money, okay? It is imperative that these activities be terminated within the next 30 days as of... by Friday, October 2nd. Yeah, this was way back in the day, 2020. Zelina Vega was fired by WWE in November of 2020 for launching an OnlyFans account. What a fucking idiot, okay? Don't do this stuff, okay? After, Friday, October 2nd. And then she just decided in November, it's like, okay, cool, I don't have a Twitch account, but I'll open up my butthole for $3.99 a month. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ. What are you doing? Oh, for an OnlyFans account that didn't have provocative content. Oh, what? So she opened up an OnlyFeed account and she lost her job. Didn't really look all that hard up. Yeah, but she was brought back to the company the following summer. Yeah, exactly. Cashed in the short term, only for that long-term security. Imagine that, dude. This is probably what's going to end up happening there because, yeah, she's 32. She got a fiance. Okay, if she wants to have a kid or something like that, well, she can just go ahead and film the entire expedition, sell it for $40 a month. Okay, pop out, you know, one or two if she wants, document the entire journey, and then come back to the Fed at a later date, okay? Because, yeah, she got that big old long title reign, 413 days, okay? That's something. It was obviously going to be longer than that, and given the fact that she was the centerpiece of some, even if it is the developmental of just the programming right there. I mean, there was a pretty bright future for her, but hey man, there was an opportunity to make some serious coin on the internet and the women could get attention. It doesn't matter if you're on television, man. If there's incentives to do that elsewhere, well, come on now. Doesn't matter if you're rich, doesn't matter if you're famous, it doesn't matter at all what your tertiary characteristics are. Women's innate programming wants them to seek the most attention possible, and if you have the opportunity to make some money off of the back of that, well, that's just the way it is. Don't get mad at it, and don't be taken off guard by it. That's the shit that happens, man. But 2023 in the world of wrestling looks to be just as chaotic as everything else. You'll love to see it, because that industry could definitely use some fucking shaking up. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.